So this is a quick demo of how I put my video clips together. It all starts off with Camo Studio Pro, which is fed from an iPhone on an arm pointing down at the synths, although it's dark in here at the moment so you can't really see anything. And that also records the stereo output from my audio interface. And then we also have a QuickTime feed coming out of the Montage USB video output, and that's recording the multi-channel audio from this virtual device, where I've got the phantom left and right going to channels 5 and 6 of the virtual device, montage left and right going to channels 3 and 4, and then the mic feeds from the ultralight are going to channels 1 and 2. So let's switch over to Final Cut and go and find some clips to assemble. Let's grab hold of these will do. So you can see we've got the camera feed and the QuickTime feed with the video output, and we'll just click on the two of those together and synchronize. And because they've recorded essentially the same audio, Final Cut can align them in time using that audio information. So then we can open that up, and now let's increase the size of this viewport so that we can see what we're doing a bit better. We can see that right now the USB audio video is covering the whole screen. That's no good, we'll have to fix that. But we need to fix the audio first. So the uppermost clip has 6 channels, and Final Cut has decided that it's probably surround 5.1, which is nonsense. So we're going to tell that that's 2 mono and 2 stereo. This is the Montage voiceover. That's unused. That is the Montage stereo output, and that would be the phantom output, but we're not using that. And the lower clip is just backup audio, so we'll get rid of that too. Now we can deal with the video itself. So first of all, we'll go in and scale down this USB video because it's the wrong shape. It's not the correct aspect ratio out of the montage. So we need 64% width and 80% height to get the correct aspect, although I've just corrected the lower clips, that's rubbish. 64% for that one and 80% for that one, and then we crop off the black at the bottom and then move it up to around about there before scaling it down even further. I think round about there is going to be okay, and then I'll reduce the opacity a bit. And then on the lower clip we need to crop off the top to hide the mess behind the synths and move the whole thing down to hide my feet. So let's go to the top video and just fine tune that. We'll scale it up a little more just before it disappears off the top of the page. That looks pretty good. And now to make it look like it's floating, we'll add a drop shadow to it and then blur the edges of that shadow fairly dramatically. And then finally, to make it look like it's rotated, we're going to use distortion. So it's not actually rotated, I've just pulled the corners out. So the bottom left is going to be pushed in by 25 pixels. Bottom right is pushed in by -25, and the same here, 25 out for the top right and -25 for the top left, and the result is a nice synchronized overlay that looks like it's angled upwards, and then that synchronized clip is ready to be dropped onto whatever background you're currently using.